Okay, so the next topic we're going to do is finding the area of a triangle using trigonometry. Okay, so we all know the area of the triangle, right? So let's just write that formula right up front. We might as well. So area equals 1/2 times base times height. That's a common formula, okay? Now, a couple things we need there. We need the base, we need the height, and really that's it. So if you think about this triangle, we kind of already have the base. This is our base right here, this length. Okay, so that's B. All right, which is 13, which is great, but we don't have the height. That is our issue. We don't have the height. So the height is actually going to be from the peak straight down. Imagine that being a straight line. Okay, where you have a 90 there. All right, so that's the height. What do you want to call it? Well, we'll just call it h. Okay, so that's my height. That's what I need to find, and then I can find the area of the triangle, no problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use trigonometry to solve that. Okay, so I have the angle, and I have the opposite, and I don't want to use this 13 because it goes the whole length. I need to use this 9. So if you have opposite and you have hypotenuse, which one uses opposite and hypotenuse? Well, that's going to be the sine function. So sine of my angle, which is 43 degrees in this case, is going to be equal to x divided by 9. Okay, so sine of 43 is equal to x divided by 9. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve that. Okay, so just like we did before in the previous topics, I'm going to multiply both sides by 9 to get rid of, to get the x by itself. What happens there is these 9's cancel. I'm left with x is equal to um, 9 times the sine of 45 degrees. Okay, so we'll type that in the calculator. So now let's figure out what that value is. Well, if you go to your calculator, okay, I'll scroll down a little bit. 9 times the sine of 45 degree. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not 45, it's 43 here, okay? This should be 43. Let's type that in as 43. Okay, so that should be 43 degrees. Okay, so there you go. X is going to be equal to approximately 6 point, I don't know, how many digits do you want to go there? Let's go a couple digits, right? So X is approximately equal to 6.138. We'll go with that. 80. All right, because we rounded there. All right, now back to our formula. Okay, so back to area equals 1/2 times the base, which we now know. What is the base? The base is 13. So we've actually always known the base. So the base is 13 times the height, which we now know is our h, which is this 6.1380. So 6.1380. Okay. All right, so if we just work that out in our calculator again, all right, using just zero point 0.5 for half, so you get half times 13 times 6 point. I just used the whole previous value there, but if you would have used the rounded decimal, that would have been perfectly fine. And this gives my answer of 39.896. And we'll round that to the nearest hundredth because that's what it says. Hundredth means 2 digits. So that means my area, all right, my area is going to be equal to 39.90 feet squared because area is always squared, okay? And that's your final answer right there, okay? So not much to it. Just got to remember the formula for finding the area of a triangle. Plug in and solve for what you don't know. Okay, and then plug it all back into the the big formula, and you're done. So should be not too bad.